Hi, everybody. This is going to be majorly for Johnson Suleiman, who calls himself a pastor, the founder of the Omega Fire Ministry. But before I go into his lies again that are going viral, I want you all to know that if you belong to any church organization in Nigeria, you have not only set yourself up for a mediocritic life, but you are also setting your children up for destruction. And you cannot belong to any church in Nigeria and still hope for Nigeria to be better. Those two things cannot work. How do I mean? I had a live video that ran into almost about 9 hours about a few days ago. And so many people came up to talk and everything. And what was the major purpose for that live video? To encourage parents to stop their children from going to campus fellowships. Because it is not clear to you, church goers, that the same people that are collecting your tithe and offering and your hard-earned money, they are the ones that are setting you up for everlasting failure and destruction. And how do I mean? If I stand before any judge in Nigeria today, I will be able to defend myself without needing a lawyer. And I would want Johnson Suleiman to make me to be part of the people he is looking up and down to sue. I've been expecting that Olukoya will sue me for asking questions. He is not coming out. But his own is just by the way. How do I mean by this submission? That after giving them your hard-earned money in your local assembly, they now use this money. They say they are establishing campus fellowships up and down, knowing fully well that despite the fact that Adeboye is the spiritual father of Johnson Suleiman, they are not serving the same God. Am I making sense? Now, at the end of the day, they set up campus fellowships and our children are wasting away their lives. If only you know the capacity of this human brain, you will understand the reason why they say that the cemetery is the richest place on planet Earth. Because so many people, most especially you Christians, because I'm no longer part of you, when you buy, at the end of the day, look at untapped capacity of your brain that you will have gone to grave with, considering what other people are using their brains to do all over the world. Now, Johnson Suleiman came up and said somebody gave a testimony that he didn't write the exam very well. He wrote only 2 questions. And when the examiner was marking, I know you all saw the video. It's going viral. This is the same man that we are yet to sort the issue of somebody appearing somewhere and disappearing somewhere. We are yet to sort that out. And the court of law for misleading the people, public shame. Johnson Suleiman is supposed to be arrested and questioned and tested. But that is by the way. Now this one has happened. And I know that to redeem members, winners, MFM, all the Chosen, Believers Love World, CAC, the Apostolic, all of you, the members will be like, hey, Johnson Suleiman, what about the ones that your own pastors have said? You see the level of our hypocrisy in Nigeria. Now, the question is, if you are blaming Johnson Suleiman, because when I say it that àwọn bàbá Adébóyè and co, wàhálà tí wọ́n ti dá sílẹ̀, ogún ọdún lẹ́ni gbogbo wa lájọ máa jẹ wàhálà yẹn. When I said that they are wolves with their spiritual puppies, you people don't understand. If it is not so, you think that the apple can fall far from the tree? If Adeboye says he's a spiritual father of Justice Suleiman. How do you expect Justice Suleiman not to lie? If so many African pastors are looking up to this, àwọn bàbá rádaràda yìí tí irun funfun wọn ò ṣe fi tọrọ, they are sources of shame to their family members, to their children and to their grandchildren, irrespective of how much they have accumulated using this useless book they call Bible. At the end of the day, you now say Justice Suleiman is lying. No, he's not. He's just going after the likes of Adeboye and Oyedepo and co. Now, as if that is not enough, so many pastors will ask their members, go and preach, you go to brothers, you go to beer parlor. They ask you two, you go there because you are sheep. They direct you, you go. You now come and meet me. Níbi tí mo ti mọtí mi. Ọlọ́run ò fẹ́ ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀, kò fẹ́ ọtí mímu, kò fẹ́ kinní kan. Do you know that this Bible, it is there in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 23. If I am right, or 2 Timothy, ẹ jẹ́ kí n tiẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ wà ná. Either Timothy or Thessalonians. Do you know that it is there that a little wine, I think it's Timothy. Second Timothy, or 1 Timothy rather, 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 23. Go and read it. Do not drink only water again. A little wine for digestion. But these men will tell you you cannot be drinking wine. These are useless men and hypocrites that what they do in their closet with your hard-earned money, they are not only drinking wine, they are using that money to carry correct girls. Ìjọ tí Elédùmarè ó bàbá wa ṣe kí Ọlọ́run gbé òkúta lé àwọn girls yẹn láyà débi wípé wọn ò ní nísinmi mọ́ títí tí wọ́n máa fi jáde wípé ẹni báyìí o ẹni báyìí o ẹni báyìí o àwọn jọ ń bára wọn sùn àwọn jọ ń jáde wọlé gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe ṣe fún lady tó táṣìírí Koza pastor Fatoyinbo. Ṣé Fatoyinbo ṣì ń run ní church àbí kò run church? Touch not my anointed and do my prophet no. Gbogbo yín ò ní ṣe oríire. Ẹ ní wá mú lẹ́yìn olórí burúkú rádaràda ẹ̀. So at the end of the day, do you know that if brewery, Nigerian breweries, if they decide to publish the names of their shareholders and stock buyers, do you know that these pastors from all these stupid places, churches, conference you call churches, do you know that they are shareholders? Do you know that they are stockholders? And they expect the stock to be growing and the shares to be increasing in values, right? Then ṣé that bàbá tèmi ni kó máa ra ọtí yẹn? Tí ìbá ẹgbẹ́ bóyá ẹ̀yin èèyàn ronú, you members, àdúrà la máa gbà fún yín, ọ̀rọ̀ yín ti ju èpè lọ. Ipe gbọ́dọ̀ ń ṣe tú àwa náà sílẹ̀, kẹ́yìn náà gba ìtúsílẹ̀. Because you cannot see that you are in serious bondage. And I will submit in this video lastly that if you are still going to any church in Nigeria as at today, seeing the situation of things, but at the same time you are hoping and praying that Nigeria will be better, trust me, you are the most confused entity on planet Earth. Because there are two different things, there are two parallel lines. Kò lè ṣiṣẹ́, kò lè work. Until when we all rise up and send the likes of Justice Suleiman to his village, that he will come and be making noise, lying that somebody was praying, a prayer band director. That was why he couldn't write exam. Then you now imagine what is happening to your children in those schools as a result of going to campus fellowship. Ẹ lọ jára yín ẹjọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run. Ẹ lọ jára yín. A lè sọ jù báyìí náà lọ. Tó bá yẹ pé bóyá ẹrù tó ń báyìí, ó yẹ kí nǹkan ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sórí wa ṣùgbọ́n Elédùmarè ò fún wọn ṣe. Ìyẹn ló yẹ kẹ́ fi mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run gan ti ṣe tán láti tú wọn láṣìírí. Rótìmí lórúkọ tèmi, Awíkókó lójú ọlọ́rọ̀ tọ́lọ́rọ̀ bá gbọ́ kí ló fẹ́ fi mí ṣe. Nonsense.